for a soundtrack, skyline frown. Ballots in the shoebox, boots on the ground. Lobbyist handshake, velvet lie. Paper says equal fine print, try. City hall windows, frosted truth. We press our breath like living proof. If power is theater with donor rows, we crash the stage when the curtain's slow. Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on the bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin, not end. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, we carve new doors and let folks in. Filibuster lullaby, talk us to sleep. Meanwhile, textbooks crumble and leak. Public trust fenced in study committees. Funds take detours through donor cities. Law and order on a billboard smile. Meanwhile, eviction at the courthouse tile. Audis for crumbs, amnesty for cake. We do the dishes for the mess they make. They love the people when cameras roll. Then ghost our zip codes in the payroll. They say be civil, then sell our air. We bring receipts to the public square. Policy slow like a stuck red light, but hunger is urgent and rent is a fight. So we union the shift, co-op the block. Clock out of fear, clock in the stock. No more savior in a tailored suit. Grow laws upward from community root. Patch the roof, but yank the beams. We don't do symbols, we do things. Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on a bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin, not end. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, carve new doors and let folks in. Pole line serpentine, 10 blocks long. Closed for repairs, we hum our song. Gerrymander snakes on a precinct map. Clip our wings, then blame our flaps. Super PAC baptisms in dark money rain. Wash off guilt, keep the chain. Hearing on justice at 2 a.m. Pass it, half empty, tweet amen. They audit our tone, not the facts we bring. Call it too loud when we name the king. But budgets are morals in spreadsheet clothes. Tell me your surplus, I'll tell your soul. Call who writes the city we want to see. Response tenants and council, rent debt free. Who draws the safety we truly need? Nurses, neighbors in the hands that feed. What's our anthem when the feed goes mute? Door knock, drum, and the grassroots flew. We code our rights into open source. Patch the bug in the profit course. Sunshine clauses with bite, not poles. Public dashboards that show where it goes. Participatory budget at the Rex in the gym. Kids chalk charts while elders hymn. City clerk streaming the line item fight. We annotate power in broad daylight. Ballot plus picket, meeting plus meal. Justice is scaffolding, not a field. Strike for a day, plan for 10. Win one contract, then win again. Policy is practiced with a calendar spine. Check in monthly, decline to decline. No hero saga, no perfect night. Rotations, coalition, shared headlight. Politics promise, neighborhoods pay. Ink on the bill, but the light's still gray. We vote at dawn, they stall at noon. We turn our rage to a marching tune. Raise that voice, don't beg, don't bend. Build from the bottom, begin, not end. If the gate is locked with a gold teeth grin, we carve new doors and let folks in. From town hall whispers to avenue roar, we measure a leader by the open door. Not left, not right, just forward clear. A budget of love with a line item here. If tomorrow asks, what did you change? We point to the table, we rearrange. One more chair, one less throne. A country rebuilt from the cobblestone.
Cameras flash on the marble stage. Another promise in the golden cage. Flags wave high, but the pockets deep. They sell the truth while the dreamers weep. Behind the glass, the suits all grin, counting votes like a game they rigged to win. The city bleeds while they toasting white. Justice sleeps through another night. Politics polished, people forgotten. Words sound holy, the roots still rotten. They sell our pain for a headline spin. We pay the price for the power of sin. Raise that fist, don't bow, don't blend. Change ain't gifted, it's time to bend. If the gate's locked tight with a diamond key, we'll break that door and rewrite the decree. Capitals, a casino lobby, chips on deck. They gamble lives with a polished check. Bills written soft in the donor's hand. While children starve in a broken land, they tweet equality from penthouse rooms. Then gut the schools with budget brooms. Campaign love, but it dies next week. Policy born from the rich elite. Filibuster lullabies, talk till dawn. While the lights go out on the working pawn. Tax breaks drip like Gopher Kings. We get crumbs with invisible strings. No saviors coming in a tailored tie. No clean slate falling from the sky. The system meets where they help decay, but we the people gon' make it pay. Politics polished, people forgotten. Words sound holy, the roots still riding. They sell our pain for a headline spin. We pay the price for the power of sin. Raise that fist, don't bow, don't blend. Change ain't gifted, it's time to bend. If the gate's locked tight with a diamond key, we'll break that door and rewrite the decree. Boardroom gospel, corporate choir. Stock tickers sing while the poor tie. Newsroom scripts sold ad by ad. Truth gets buried, spinless glad. They build a prison when they feel your vote, then call it law with a leather coat. They hush the masses with cheaper road, but hope's a fire they can't control. We marching weather they'll never feel. We turn our pain into tempered steel. They privatize life, monetize breath. Profit off prisons and patients' death. They drain the soil, call it progress clean. We choke on smoke from the American dream. We don't wait for a hand to feed. We sow the law, we plant the seed. Grassroots gospel, justice raw. No more begging to bend that law. From block to ballot, from page to pen. The streets right louder than power again. Red and blue both drink the same wine. Shake the same hands, read the same line. Divide the people, conquer the crowd. Silence the poor if they get too loud. But whispers grow, they link, they shout. The ground itself starts pushing out. No algorithm can't hide that spark. No gate can hold what bleeds in dark. We want schools, not stock exchange pride. Health, not headlines, truth, not sides. Policy ain't speech, it's blood and will. And we ride ours with a 9 quill. Politics polished, people forgotten. Words sound holy, the roots still riding. They sell our pain for a headline spin. We pay the price for the power of sin. Raise that fist, don't bow, don't blend. Change ain't gifted, it's time to bend. If the gate's locked tight with a diamond key, we'll break that door and rewrite the decree. So let the Capitol quake when the streets awake. With a post they can't unmake. No crown, no king, no chosen few. The law is ours, it's overdue. Tomorrow's ink is in our hands. Not red, not blue, just people who stand. If they forget who this power's for, we'll take it back and close their door. Yeah. Neon steam climbs from the canyon lanes. Chrome veins hum where the night remains. Blueprint focus with a tungsten wheel. I etch my oath on a guardrail sill. G-Funk ghost in a Cadillac glide. Roofless 808s put a quake in the ride. Menaces, real straw teeth in the haze. Street turns orchestra, I'm conducting the blade. Hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline, stalking bite. Scent blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes pilots, I bank those days. From curb to the crown with a craftsman's plan. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. I learned math in the drought, add grit, cut loss. Turn nails to invoices, send faith to cause. Every locked door became lumber and nails. I framed new routes with indestructible rails. Low rider doctrine, move calm, move right. Let patience set tempo, let method light night. Map each fear like reefs on a chart. Sail that channel with a tempered heart. Sirens tick time on the metronome scene. Oil rain, halos in the gasoline gleam. I sign my vow where the kick drum booms. Hold your line steady, let legacy bloom. Cloud is a leash I refuse to wear. Respect is a vault with a triple lock there. If fate rigs decks with a thumb on the deal, I split the pack with a cold work steel. Quiet ambition in the pressure proof safe. Doubt knocks soft out on loan in space. If envy shows up with a 10-made crown, we heat test metal, watch cheap melt down. Hear the snare, draw chalk on the night. See the bass lay lanes of light. If the dark wants tax from my breath, I bill it interest and charge for the steps. Hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline stalking by. Send blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown where the craftsman's playing. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Yeah. Clock fall dirty, so I broke its hand. Bent each minute till the hours would stand. Ledger of trials with receipts and names. Spilled a few pints but refused to sing. Family flame like a lighthouse bang. Guides me home through salt cut dreams. If waves climb high, I lower my stance. Breathe through the storm, let balance advance. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints scribbled in midnight camps. We bartered wisdom for stubborn results. Solve cold problems, the patterns dissolve. Circle stays tight like a pressure set ring. Only the loyal can hear that ping. Trust is a safe with a code you earn. Miss one digit, feel that turn. Hustle move silent like cats on a rail. No symbol crash when the phrase don't fail. I tune my grind like a race built game. Compound gains, bam after bang. Let the scent draw fangs on the tinted paint. Let the kick write laws that outlast fame. If the night sells fear at a borrowed rate, I repossess crowns, I sweat to create. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping, I tighten my grips. Now wax runs smooth on a Westwood arc. Laugh in the dusk over gold-plated spark. From thrift store jackets to tailored intent. From wait your turn to we sign the rent. Paper was thin but the wheels stayed thick. We riveted futures with a craftsman's pick. I chart my piece like a pilot's course. Mark crosswinds where doubts enforced. Throttle by breath, altitude by cone. Storms make sailors, not docks, not songs. No thunder sold, I can't command. No worth leased to a borrowed brand. My name's a warranty forged in heat. Lifetime coverage on every repeat. Street light marrow in the backbone spine. I carry my hourglass, guard my time. When hillside glass echoes my claim. It's just the city spelling my name. Yeah, hardcore West Coast, make the asphalt kneel. Ruthless 808 punches, every hit feels real. Dark cinematic bassline stalking by. Send blades carving up the velvet night. I don't blink when the skyline sways. Pressure makes polish, I bank those days. From curb to the crown where the craftsman's playing. Iron in my chest, diamond in my hand. Kids at the window of a dawn soft room. Watch me braid hope on a torque-tight loom. Legacy ink on a calendar spine. Boxes checked, honest deadlines in line. Friends turn fog when the grade got steep. Kept a few oaks with roots cut deep. We raised steel beams in the quiet parade. Let trends keep score, our pillars get laid. I plan in girders and riveted rail. Smoke scarred knuckles on polished tails. I purchase glory with discipline's flame. When the red sun pours in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the grid of mass. No shortcut crowns, just nailing roof. No gilded lies, only tested proof. If tomorrow asks what I bring to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore hard with a time lock brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. I might.
Neon fog over Palisades and palms. Chrome lace night where the city keeps calm. Blueprint mind with a jagged edge draw. I turn lock grids into liberated law. Moonlight drips off murals and tags. Radio growl from the trunk in rags. Menaces cease like wolves in the ring. When the 808s punch, even angels sting. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I came up counting seconds on a busted clock, so I learned to beat a minute hand, push through shock. Every closed door taught me carpentry quick. I built a new entrance with a verse and a brick. Curbside mentors and thrifted suits said guard your spirit, let the craft bear fruit. So I guard in pain till it sprouted gold. Saved each bar like a winner I sold. Hunger was currency, grit was the bank. I withdrew focus when the self-doubt sank. Polish my voice like a chrome hubcap. Now lanes reflect when I steer this map. I don't chase clout, clout chases proof. Proof chases sweat, sweat raises the roof. You can hear my oath in the kick drums vow. Run your route steady, take the moment now.
Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. Clocked in nights where the pay was a dream. Pin my faith to a well-oiled scheme. Study the silence, it tells the truth. Loud men will, quiet ones grow proof. Soldiers of doubt, tried to camp on my lane. I taxed them time and repossessed the game. When envy pulled up in the counterfeit crown, I checked the hallmark, 10 melts down. Family first, that lighthouse flame guides me home when the world plays games. If the waves get tall, I surf with stance. Knees bend low when the bulletproof dance. Hillside echo wrote my surname twice. Signed by the wind with a bar of ice. I heat that steel in the chorus of light. Forge each link to the chain rise right. Every loss taught math I needed. Subtract excuses, watch goals get seated. Add small wins, compound the wheel. Multiply calm, divide the chill. Let the sin draw shadow on tempered glass. Let the 808 breathe like a race bred bass. If the clock talks tough, I break that hand. Bend the minutes till the hours expand. I'm the beat that survived 1,000 skips. Needle kept jumping but I tightened my grip. Now the wax been smooth like a west side glide. Low rider troop with a dignified pride. I don't sell storms, I can't steer through. I don't rent rooms in a heart untrue. Respect is rent that you pay on time. With action receipts and a clean spine. Mentors with meters and parking lot lamps. Blueprints drawn in the midnight camps. I took that grid and I rewired fuses. Now all my circuits reject old bruises. Galvanized soul with a rust-proof core. I scrubbed off shame at the honesty door. I guard my peace like a bolt of light. Let in the loyal, keep snakes outside when the gates stay locked. I built my own when the path ran out. I paved that stone. If the pass through hooks, I rolled in, learn. Now future salute when my name gets turned. Hardcore West Coast, ruthless 808 punches. Dark G-funk bassline breaking guardrail hunches. Menacing daggers cut through the smoke. Street warfare drums when the snare line spoke. I don't flinch when the boulevard shakes. Pressure makes polish, I file my mistakes. From curb to the skyline, I climb with a plan. Iron in the lungs, diamond in the hand. See my kids in the window made of dawn. Every step I take puts a letter in they song. Legacy ink on a paper called time. We bind those pages with purpose and spine. Friends went fog when the climb got steep. The fuel that stayed, yeah, we sowed and reaped. Hands like cranes lift dreams in steel. Heart like a governor keeps talk real. I mapped my fear and I drove that route. Saw every dead end, punched through, no doubt. Not with a fist but a law I wrote. Build more bridges than boats afloat. Even when night tries to auction my hope, I buy back with a calm tightrope. Walk that line over rumors and smoke. Touchdown clean where the future spoke. Under the glow of a boulevard cross, I tie my craft, pay respect to loss. Then I collect with the grind accrued. A throne of work, not a throne of views. When the red sun spills in the ocean glass, I count my miles by the courage of mass. No cheap crown, just function and proof. No shortcut turns, just nail and roof. If tomorrow asks what I brought to fight, I'll say backbone, breath and light. Hardcore heart with a time-proof brand. West Coast post, iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Iron in the hand. Capital steps, echo boots and chants. Laws written cold in the language of grants. City hall smiles through a veiled glass wall. Freedom on paper, but not for all. Campaign ads with a preacher's tone. Preach justice cheap on a microphone. We bleed for ballots, march for breath. Trade hope for headlines, still outrun death. Politics talk, but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the stage.
March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Ride our truth where they missed the name. Feel the best of sermons, polished and neat, while schools go hungry down Martin Street. Public funds in a trickle-down rain. We patch our roofs with minimum pain. Corporate smiles with a hand in the jar. Talk equality, but not too far. Vote counts vanish like chalk on wet. Promises cash that the poor don't get. They quote Lincoln when the cameras gleam, but skip our cries from the same old dream. They pass reforms with a lobby's brush, while nurses faint in the city crush. We don't wait for the system to heal. We build from dust with a homemade steel. Policies slow but hunger fast. We craft a future meant to last. Politics talk but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the stage. March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Ride our truth where they missed the name. Congress, dress code, blue ties, red ties. Same old hands in different guys. Campaign checks like baptism rain. Washing off guilt, maintain and chain. We stand in lines 10 blocks too long. Ballots thin, but our faith stays strong. From summer dirt to DC halls, we've been ghosts and marble walls. Media flash when the protests bleed. Cut the mic when we start to lead. They love our struggle, not our plan. Love our rhythm, not our stand. We speak of justice, they audit tone. Call it radical when we want our own. Tax breaks high, food stamps thin. The math ain't right, but we still begin. We ain't waiting for saviors in suits. We plan new laws with grassroots roots. Mayors talk equity, show us proof. We want ceilings gone, not just the roof. City to city, we link our pain. Turn protest signs into power change. Vote, strike, build, repeat, till justice stand on both their feet.
Now we code our rights in a digital flame. Hack the gatekeepers at their own game. Zoom town halls with a muted mic. Still we push, still we strike. Community boards in a barber's chair. We draft reform in the open air. Mama's church turns to policy lab. Kids chant change while they hold a tab. Lobby money versus working hands. We stack our people, they stack their brands. But ties don't ask for permissions, nah. We move by pulse, by pain, by God. Every vote we cast is a brick in light. Every name they drop, we write in spite. We ain't statistics in they plan. We the future, they can't ban.
Politics talk, but the streets don't sleep. Power counts votes while the rent cuts deep. We build with crumbs, they feast with pen. History bends, then breaks again. Voice too loud, they change the state. March too strong, they lock the cage. Still we rise, rebuild, reclaim. Ride our truth where they missed the name. When the flag falls tight and the protest flame, we hum our anthem, not their game. No more waiting for the table's call. We're building a nation that feeds us all. Not blue, not red, but the color of dawn. The hue of struggle that's never gone. If power forgets what people do, the streets remember and start anew.
Street lights hum like unpaid bills. Landlord knocks with a stack of chills. Grandma's hymn in a shotgun frame. House made holy by a mother's name. Bus stop gospel on a Monday rain. Shoebox bank for the after the pain. History heavy as a cast iron pan. We season our hope till it feeds the land. If the low gets loud, we carry and sing. Turn grief to a drum and pain to a wing. Black as a baseline, bright as a spark. We write tomorrow in the seams of the dark. Hands up praying, hands down working. Freedom ain't free, but the faith ain't hurting. Say our name's true, no edits, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost. Granddad's poems were a bricklayer's book. Mortar of sweat in every look. Jim Crow shadows at the edge of town.
He learned to stand when the world sat down. Grandma stitched wages in a coffee can lid. Saved up day like for the next born kid. Taught us a recipe, salt, oil, soul. Stretch little meals till the big hearts grow. Red line maps like a fence of ink. Loan say no, while the taxes link. Bus route long as a Sunday sigh. We clock 2 jobs just to scrape by. Patrol lights bloom in the rear view glass. Tell us be calm while they press the gas. Hands at 10-2, tongue on ice. Live through the stop, pray once, think twice. Sirens like sermons we never request. Prayers like helmets inside our chest. Still we show up, vote lines long. Sing we shall overcome in the dawn.
If the dice roll crooked and the table tilt, we bring our tools and rebuild what's built. We don't ask storms for a kind of tone. We braid umbrellas out of what we own. If the low gets loud, we carry and sing. Turn grief to a drum and pain to a wing. Black as a bassline, bright as a spark. We write tomorrow in the seams of the dark. Hands up praying, hands down working. Freedom ain't free, but the faith ain't hurting. Say our name's true, no edits, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost.
Lunch line tickets and bust events. Textbooks older than the chessboard dents. Science class with a broken sink, but we still find stars in the midnight ink. HBCU dream on a thrift store coat. First gen pride in a pale grant note. Scholarship stitched like a patch on jeans. We dance at commencement in secondhand greens. Work calls back with a smile too thin. Maybe not now, but we push back in. Resume bleach just to pass the scan. Code switch tongue like a practice hand. Medical deserts and corner store meds. Grief in the diet and stress in the beds. Church in the lungs when the breath runs small. Deacon says fight and we still stand tall.
Who holds the roof when the wind gets mean? Respond tees with pots and a countertop lean. Who braids hope when the lights go out? Barbers and braiders and word of mouth. What keeps time when the clock runs late?
Drumline faith at the city gate. Say Brianna, say Trayvon Clip. We carry the candles year to year. March in the mask with the baby in tow. Feet like testimony, streets like a road. Mutual aid in a cardboard box. Rent day angels with spare key locks. Neighborhood apps with a siren tone. We check on each other, nobody alone. Studio apartment with 1,000,000 songs. We press our vinyl against the wrongs. Upload truth on a cracked screen phone. Wildfire courage from a borrowed home. We build book clubs under porch like bees. Plant collards and poems and legalese. Turn cease and desist into know your rights. Turn curfew loud in an organized night.
If the low gets loud, we carry and sing. Turn grief to a drum and pain to a wing. Black as a bassline, bright as a spark. We write tomorrow in the seams of the dark. Hands up praying, hands down working. Freedom ain't free, but the faith ain't hurting. Say our name's true, no edits, no gloss. We bloom through concrete and pay that cost.
Black girl ledger with a balance sheet crown. Edges on point in a startup town. Black boy coder with a midnight shift. Push new worlds through a firewall drift. Nurse with a badge and a 30-hour heart. Teacher with tape turning scraps to art. Father on Zoom with a lap for class. Mother on mute with a wheel like glass. We don't ask pity, we ask the door. Open it wide so our children soar. Policy spine with a people's fist. Budget the love that the data miss. From Juneteenth grills to election lines. We braise the future in ancestral brines. What we survive, we shape, we man. We want more than to make it, we want to ascend.
When the moon clocks out and buses yawn, we count bright reasons to keep on. Not borrow shine or counterfeit fame, just backbone breath and a first name flame. If tomorrow asks what armor you bring, we say choir fed lungs and a lion wing. Black as a baseline, bright as a crown. American rooted, we won't back down.
City lights bleed red on the chrome at night. I draw maps in the smoke, plot plays in the hype. Concrete orchestra sirens keep time. Shadow on the block with a veteran spine. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Menacing sense cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. Palm trees lean over murder bird wise. Every verse gasoline, every breath lights fires. Low rider lungs with the gold flake gleam. I've been face spine when I flex this dream. Curbside sermons from the prophets and vans. Tattooed testaments on scarred up hands. I learned math, count losses if the dance pain. Turn dust into diamonds in the godless rain. Two-tone jacket with the zipper like a grin. Pressure on my shoulders but I never cave in. Eyes like a scope on the prize I chase. I outrun time, keep a still nerve pace. Whispering alleys told me secrets of kings. Crows on the wire started flapping their wings. I took those omens, forged them into gold. Carved a new throne from a story untold. Hear that bassline stalk the block at dawn. Hear that snare mark scars we've drawn. When the night puts chalk on the street for names, we write back louder, unbroken flame. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Innocence cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. Coast steel skyline, heat wave soul. Blueprint mind with the diamond cut gold. I see homies turn ghosts in the blue whitewash. I seen angels wear mud, still call that posh. Paper cuts on dreams from a counterfeit deal. So I built my own press stamp, truth in steel. Now the chorus of the streets got my name in the drum. Every kick says run it, every bar says come. I don't pray to luck, I negotiate fate. Put grit in the ledger, make the numbers relate. From a corner full of echoes and an empty plate to a table with a view and a silverback gate. Still I keep one ear to the payphone ghost. One hand on the wheel through the coastline post. If the past try to grab from the median line, I switch lanes smooth, leave the claws behind. Let the bass breathe slow like a panther in grass. Let the scent draw shadows on the tempered glass. If the clock talk tough, we could break that hand. I've been minutes, make hours understand. I'm the sum of 100 denied advances. The crack in the mask where the real light dances. I'm the hush of applied, I'm the boom of a win. I'm the scar that learned how to smile like sin. Cinematic dusk on a freeway arc. Gold script credits on the hood in park. From a payless grind to a tailor fit crown, I turn, wait your turn to run this town. The code in my chest says protect, build, lead. Shake hands with the soil, make the concrete seed. If the shark smell fear, I perfume the tide. Confidence heavy like a 6-fold glide. Mentors where the meters and the lampposts hum. Where the wisdom was a look and a tight end gum. Now the city writes letters in the smoke I breathe. Says hold your line, never break, never leave. West Coast thunder, let the boulevard quake. Ruthless 808s make the asphalt break. Dark bass growling like a pit off chain. Innocent sins cut deep like rain. Whole coast moving when the kick drum talk. Bossed up stride when the steel toes walk. If the night got teeth, I feed that flame. War paint hard, I don't play no game. If the sunrise or dares to the hustle awake, I collect in the glow with the steps I take. From an alley or maybe to a kingdom of now. I roll my oath on the wind and I keep that vow. When the last snare cracks and the bassline fades, I still stand tall in the ghost of the waves. Hardcore heart with a diamond cut wheel. West Coast blood storm calm, I am still